I would guess that if you scan your phone and look through all the photos of your kids, most of them will be looking at camera or some kind of selfie. There's totally nothing wrong with that, but we want you to move up to the next level. And the next level is capturing what really is special about your kids, them growing up. They grow up so fast. So if you scroll through your phone again, are there any photos like that in your collection with your kids just being? All right, let's start with the first problem, you. What I mean is you're gonna have to start thinking in a new way, because the go-to is always, let's take a selfie, or everyone stop and look at camera, everyone get together. That's not what these photos are about. Don't be afraid of the boring mundane. Your kids don't need to be doing anything, and it doesn't need to even be a special moment. It could be they're at the doctor's office, or they are just sitting at a park bench eating Cheerios. It takes a little practice to be like, why would I take a picture of this? But these start to be things that a couple of years later, now my kids are so old, when I look back at these mundane moments, I'm just so happy that I captured them. Another hint is they don't need to be looking at the camera. And actually, most of the pictures that I've collected of my kids, my favorite ones, are all pretty much the kids are not looking at the camera. And so I think of these little snippets of life as a collection. And to me, they all work a lot better if the kid is not looking in camera. So you have to sort of break that habit too. Next, try not to disrupt any kind of scene going on. Don't insert yourself into the scene. But what I mean is, a lot of times this happens to me as an event photographer. I'll see younger kids like doing something great or awesome, and I'm about to capture it, and grandma's like, oh, we're gonna take a picture now. Look out, look. Try not to be grandma there. So you kind of want to not interrupt scenes, and also take as many pictures. It's not just one photo. A lot of times it's out of the 5 that you take from the moment, you kind of maybe want to grab your best later. Now, to contradict that a little bit, yes, you don't want to interrupt the kids doing their thing. You're capturing moments in life, but a lot of times you want to set up situations to give yourself a little bit, greater chance of success. So this could be, having the kids do an activity. This could have them jumping on the bed, which is not allowed, but this time it is. And if you set up situations that you can think of them doing their own thing, where you don't insert yourself, but at least you set up a moment, you can really get some great photos that way. Now, one thing is, if you use your phone to take pictures of them, they are conditioned that the phone means I need to stay still, and I need to put on this smile, and I need to hold on to my sister. So one thing to do is maybe, here's another one. Get yourself a little camera. And the camera may be something new in your family. And a lot of these cameras, by the way, shoot in silent, so that you don't actually have to hear a shutter. It's as quiet as your phone. But the camera itself, some of them also have little flip screens like this. You don't have to be like, "Ugh." Now, if they're older and they know what a camera is, then you just have to be patient. Because if you take more and more photos of your kids and you always have your camera with you, then they start to become less camera aware. And even if, by the way, someone is camera aware, the more you hang out without making a big deal in that situation, you could start working the scene. My kids already are so used, I'm a photographer, so it's a little easier for me, but they already know that I am capturing life, and they've become, they'll look at me and they'll just keep brushing their teeth. And so that is helpful. You just have to stick with it, and your kids will eventually, as they get older, know, especially when they see the pictures later, they'll start to know that, hey, this is cool, this is our lives. Now make sure you subscribe, because I'm not gonna cover it in this video, but we will cover camera settings on photographing people indoors, which is always a problem. What else we got here? And the last thing I'll say is sharing these photos. Our go-to is take a picture on the phone, a selfie on the phone, and put it on social media. I think that this maybe, and you have to decide this, falls in a different category because there has to be some kind of trust, especially as your kids get older and they know what you're doing, you're collecting this work, especially I have kids that are in high school now, we don't want to embarrass them online. So you want to think about printing these and putting them in a book and sharing with your extended family, and that's it. Don't start maybe posting these very intimate moments online, because then the kids will be very camera aware, especially as they're older. But I think my kids know that if they're in the bathroom brushing their teeth and I take a picture, it's not going to be on Facebook. Yeah, I hope you have a good year in capturing better photos of your kids. I hope that was helpful, and I'll see you guys next time.